The path you're not supposed to take. Have you ever felt it? That strange moment where time seems to pause. Your keys slip from your hand. A message is delayed. Your ride doesn't show up. It's not just bad luck. It's not coincidence. It's a signal. Capricorn, something or someone is pulling you back from crossing a threshold you're not meant to cross. Tomorrow, the universe will close a door for you. Quietly. Without announcement. But here's the truth no horoscope dares to say. That closed door might be the most sacred protection you've ever received. Because on the other side, something unseen is waiting. Not evil, not demonic, but misaligned, off rhythm, and not meant for your current timeline. You're not being punished. You're being protected. But only if you listen. This is not the time to force plans. Not the time to say yes when your chest tightens. Not the time to just go anyway. Because tomorrow, Capricorn, your path is not blocked, it is redirected. And in that redirection, your destiny quietly shifts. You were born with one of the most powerful inner compasses of all the Zodiac. But here's the question. Will you listen to it when it whispers instead of screams? Stay with me until the very end. There's something you must hear before tomorrow arrives. Something only a true Capricorn would understand. And before we dive in, write this in the comments, this is not a trend, it's a ritual. I, Capricorn, choose stillness over pressure. I trust what I cannot yet see. Because that single declaration, it just might protect you from repeating a karmic pattern that was never yours to begin with. Let's begin. Part 1. The place you're not supposed to be. There is a place tomorrow you are not meant to enter. You may already know what it is, a casual plan on your calendar, a conversation you agreed to out of politeness, or a space you've visited many times before without question. But this time, something feels different. The energy around it is heavier, disjointed, off. You may feel a small resistance, something gets delayed, someone cancels, or a strange sense of hesitation creeps into your body. Still, your sense of duty as a Capricorn may try to push you through. After all, you're used to showing up, even when something inside says don't. But this time, that resistance is not just hesitation. It's a message. Because the place in question, whether physical or emotional, holds a vibration that is no longer aligned with your evolution. And the unseen energy waiting for you there does not wish harm in an obvious sense. What it does is subtler, more dangerous. It slows your momentum. It reactivates an older version of yourself. It calls back a pattern you've worked hard to outgrow. Capricorn, this is not a warning of danger in the dramatic sense. It's something more spiritual, a fork in the road that cannot be seen with the eyes, but only felt through the body and soul. And you are being asked to pause. You see, every soul walks through a moment like this. A moment where not going is the most powerful decision. A moment where turning away, not because of fear, but because of wisdom, changes the course of everything. You are not being denied opportunity. You are being redirected from distraction. What waits on the other side of that door may look ordinary, but the cost is hidden. And the price is always time spent healing wounds that didn't have to reopen. You will feel it as a pressure in the chest, a quiet disinterest, a sense of fogginess, or even slight guilt for thinking about backing out. Ignore the guilt. Listen to the stillness. Stillness, for Capricorn, is not a sign of weakness. It is a recalibration of power. And tomorrow, if you honor that stillness, you will pass a test that most people don't even realize is being given. This isn't about fear. This is about precision. Because you've outgrown certain situations, but they haven't stopped calling your name. Your job is to not answer. Life lesson. Sometimes the strongest move is not pushing forward, but stepping back with clarity. Not every opportunity is meant to be pursued, and not every path needs to be walked. Real growth means recognizing when alignment has shifted and having the courage to say no without guilt, even when there's no clear reason yet. The soul always knows before the mind does. Part 2. The signs in the body, when your soul speaks without words. Capricorn, your body is not just a physical form. It is a messenger, a sacred instrument designed to warn you before your conscious mind can catch up. And tomorrow, more than ever, you will need to listen to what your body is trying to say. The Capricorn soul is ruled by Saturn, the master of time, pressure, and internal structure. This gives you an incredible capacity to endure, but it also means you often dismiss physical discomfort as just stress or something to push through. That habit must stop, because the body always speaks first. If something is wrong, if you are stepping into a space or situation that isn't aligned, your body will tell you long before you fully understand why. Watch for the subtle signs. A pressure in your chest that you can't explain. A headache that builds when you think of going somewhere specific. A wave of nausea when someone invites you into a conversation or meeting. An overwhelming fatigue right before you need to leave the house. These are not coincidences. They are energetic alerts. Warnings from your higher self, transmitted through physical sensation. Most people ignore these. You can't afford to. You are not just a sign of ambition and strategy. You are an earth sign deeply connected to somatic intelligence. Your gut feeling is not superstition. It is survival. What you're sensing is not fear. It's intuition. And there is a difference. Fear is noisy, irrational, dramatic. Intuition is quiet, precise, unwavering. You don't need to justify it to anyone, not even to yourself. If your body says, "Don't go," then don't. That is enough. And if you override that message, you'll know. Not in a catastrophic way, but in subtle consequences. A draining conversation. A sense of being out of place. A regret that comes for no clear reason. And later, you'll remember the signal your body gave you and wish you had honored it. This moment is a turning point for you. Because once you realize your body is your ally, not your enemy, you will never question it again. From now on, Capricorn, your physical sensations are not distractions. They are your most ancient intelligence awakening. When your body says no, the universe is echoing it. When your skin tightens, your breath shortens, your shoulders tense. That is not just tension. That is spiritual information. And only the wise know how to read it. Life lesson. Your body is the first voice of your soul. Learning to trust it is one of the most powerful forms of self-respect. The next time you feel off, don't push harder. Pause. Your ability to listen to your inner signals without external validation will protect you from energies and environments that words could never describe. The wisest decisions are often the ones no one else understands except your own nervous system. Part 3. The spiritual guardian who blocks the door. Capricorn, there are forces that move beside you even when you walk alone. Tomorrow, if you find yourself held back by delays, interruptions, or unexpected obstacles, do not see them as accidents. See them as the invisible hands of protection. Because there is a presence ancient, feminine, and powerful that walks just ahead of you, silently shifting events to keep you out of harm's path. She is not a ghost. She is not a fantasy. She is the embodiment of ancestral memory, the guardian who carries the wisdom of those who walked before you. In the vision surrounding your sign this week, she appears wrapped in blue light, not cold, but calm. Not loud, but unyielding. She places herself at thresholds you are not meant to cross. And instead of shouting, she simply creates friction. Plans fall through. Meetings get postponed. You lose your keys. Traffic slows you down. A strange feeling creeps in, and suddenly, you're exactly where you were supposed to be, nowhere near the danger. This is not random. You see, when your vibration begins to rise, when your path becomes more aligned, the spiritual field around you tightens. It filters who and what can get close to you, and those who carry distorted intentions, even if they don't know it, cannot access your space without resistance. That resistance is her work. She is not there to explain. She is there to block, to delay, to close the door before you even reach for the handle. And if you feel frustration in those moments, remember, you are being saved from what your mind hasn't seen yet, but your soul already knows. Capricorn, this guardian may reveal herself through small signs. A cool breeze when windows are closed. A flickering light. A forgotten photo falling from a book. Or even a scent from childhood that arrives out of nowhere. These are not distractions. They are signals. She has likely been with you before during other moments of bad luck that, in hindsight, protected you from deeper regret. You may have ignored her then, but this time, you're listening. This time, you understand that every blocked path is not a punishment, but a redirection. A shift towards something purer, calmer, more in tune with your soul's quiet rhythm. You don't need to fight delays. You need to thank them. Because behind that locked door was a version of tomorrow that did not honor who you're becoming. And she made sure you'd never have to open it. Life lesson. Not all protection is loud. Sometimes the most powerful guardian is the delay you didn't want, the setback you didn't understand, or the change of plans you resisted. Wisdom means recognizing that a closed door can be as sacred as an open one. When you begin to thank the disruptions, you realize that peace often arrives disguised as disappointment. And that's when you stop forcing what was never meant for you. Part 4. The numbers, the dreams, and the unseen language of protection. Capricorn, when your logical mind sleeps, the universe speaks in symbols. And over the next 24 hours, that language will become louder, but only if you know how to listen. The signs will not shout. They will not arrive with explanations. They will appear in whispers, shapes, timings, and quiet patterns. Not to confuse you, but to protect you through recognition. Numbers, especially, will carry encoded messages. You may glance at the clock and see 3:33. You may notice the number 7 appearing 3 times in one day. You may dream of a door labeled 9, or receive a message at exactly 12:12. These are not random. They are energetic imprints, messages stamped into your path by the guardians of your lineage. Each number carries weight. 3 is the number of pause, choice, and the spiritual crossroad. 7 is for retreat and inner knowing. 9 marks an ending that must not be reopened. 12 is a portal of karmic closure and spiritual authority. They may not mean anything to others, but to you, they are a subtle instruction. Do not go. Do not answer. Do not engage. And in the silence of sleep, your dreams will sharpen. You may see images of blocked roads, vehicles that cannot move, phones that do not dial. These are not fears, they are barriers, symbolizing protection from unseen danger. If water appears in your dreams, especially clear, still water, it is a sign that your field is being cleansed. If the water is muddy or flowing too fast, it means there is emotional static still trying to enter. Stay grounded. Your senses will heighten too. A scent that reminds you of a forgotten time. The cry of an animal at an odd hour. The flicker of lights, or a sudden pressure in your ears. Capricorn, this is not your imagination. It's resonance. The moment your intuition begins to surpass your intellect, the body and the environment start responding in harmony. What the universe cannot say in words, it delivers in echoes. That's why the old mystics and earthkeepers always taught through metaphor. They knew the truth doesn't always come dressed in language. Sometimes it arrives in numbers, dreams, delays, and déjà vu. You are not being asked to interpret everything. You are being asked to pay attention. To take seriously what most would dismiss. To recognize that a repeated number, a strange dream, or a gut feeling is not just a feeling. It is guidance, disguised. And if you listen closely enough, you'll notice something else. The more you accept the signs, the less they need to escalate. Because the universe only raises its voice when we ignore the whisper. Life lesson. The deeper wisdom does not come through noise. It comes through patterns. Through the dream that won't leave your mind. The number that keeps appearing. The sensation you can't explain. Learn to value subtlety. Because in a world that constantly demands proof, your power will come from knowing that what feels real often is long before it can be seen. You don't need more signs. You need more stillness to recognize the ones already in front of you. Part 5. When the universe freezes time, the day you must stay still. Capricorn, there are rare days when the universe doesn't ask you to move forward. It asks you to stop. Not because you're off track. Not because you've failed. But because something on the road ahead is not yet ready for your presence. And rather than letting you walk into misalignment, the universe freezes time around you. You may not see it, but you will feel it. You'll feel it when plans unravel at the last minute. When someone goes silent. When the energy of the day feels oddly suspended, like the air is too still and nothing flows quite right. This stillness is not emptiness. It is divine recalibration. You are being paused so that what no longer resonates with your path can fall away without you having to fight it. The pressure to push forward will rise inside you. But don't mistake that pressure for progress. Capricorn, you of all signs must remember, not all movement is evolution. Sometimes, your greatest transformation happens in stillness. This is one of those moments. When you allow the day to unfold without interference, without resistance, without explanation, you will notice something extraordinary. People will reveal their true intentions without your prompting. Plans will either fall into place with grace or collapse without effort. And what once felt urgent, suddenly feels unnecessary. This is because you've stepped into sacred time, a window where your non-action becomes a filter. What stays is aligned. What leaves was never truly meant for your next chapter. And what could have harmed you quietly dissolves before reaching you. In this space, your only task is to observe. Not react. Not prove. Not explain. Just notice. The person pushing for a meeting, why the urgency? The opportunity that seems too sudden, what does your body say? The text from the past, why now? Capricorn, this stillness is not passive. It's intelligent. It is what keeps your field clean, your vision clear, and your energy protected from subtle traps. It's what allows you to receive, rather than chase. To respond, rather than react. To rise, without forcing a climb. You are not falling behind. You are being asked to stay where your peace lives, because that stillness is building something inside you that noise cannot. And when time begins to move again, you will be ready. Not to return to what was, but to enter what is finally aligned. Life lesson. Progress is not always loud. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is nothing, and let the truth reveal itself without your interference. The wisest among us are not those who act fast, but those who know when to wait. Stillness is not stagnation. It is protection with purpose. When you stop chasing what doesn't feel right, you make space for what's been trying to reach you all along. The quiet victory that changed everything. Capricorn, you've spent so much of your life proving your strength through action. But today, you've learned that real strength is sometimes proven in stillness. That refusing to go somewhere without fear, without panic, can be a sacred act of leadership. You listened. You observed. You trusted something you couldn't explain, and in doing so, you realigned with the highest version of your destiny. You didn't just avoid a setback. You rewrote a timeline. And no one will ever know how much was prevented, how much was cleared, how much was healed except you. Because that's how spiritual growth works. Quiet. Subtle. Transformative. This wasn't a warning. It was a graduation. A test of discernment. A rite of passage for a Capricorn whose soul has carried responsibility for lifetimes. And you passed. From this day forward, you will never again question the wisdom of your own instincts. Because you now understand, the soul always speaks first. And the universe always speaks in time. You were not delayed. You were delivered. And the next door that opens will not need to be forced. It will open on its own because you waited when others would have rushed in. That's what it means to walk with spiritual authority. That's what it means to be Capricorn. Life lesson. True strength is not measured by how far you push, but by how deeply you listen. Sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is pause, protect your peace, and allow the unseen forces to work in your favor. Not because you're afraid, but because you're wise enough to recognize that timing is everything. Keugi Honing. If this message spoke to something deep inside you, if your soul knew exactly what I was talking about, then don't walk this journey alone. Subscribe to Zodiac Secrets Revealed and become part of a space where your intuition is not only welcomed, but honored. Leave a comment with the words, I choose stillness. I choose protection. I choose what's meant for me. Because when you declare your path out loud, the universe echoes it back with power. And if you feel someone else needs to hear this, send it. This kind of wisdom is not for everyone. It's for those who are ready. And you are ready.